Welcome back to Gale Bears Repairs. Today we're just going to renew the front anti-roll bar drop links on this 2006 Ford Ka or Ford Ka. Should be quite a basic task with very basic hand tools, so easily achievable by the home mechanic. If you found this video informative for yourself today and it's been a help, could you like, subscribe and share to the channel, and that would be a great help. Right, let's get on with it. Should be quite easy for the DIY home mechanicer. Home mechanicer? What is a mechanicer? To do the drop links on this Ford Ka is same as a Fiesta as well. We're in under the wheel there. We've got the front wheel off, and this is the arm that we're doing. So it's just a securing nut there, very rusty, and then the link arm comes down and just connects to the anti-roll bar there. So there's a nut on the back of there. I'll take you inside the pit now and show you the other side of that. So here it is. We're at the front of the car looking towards the rear. There's the bottom securing nut, and then that anti-roll bar goes, the drop link goes up to the strut. Now what it's doing, it's connecting the strut up there. It's connecting that strut to this anti-roll bar, and the anti-roll bar is that one, and it goes right across the car, the width of the car. It goes up through and he comes along, and there he is still, and then he comes out at the other side. It comes out there. Now, I've already replaced that drop link, so this is it connects the two sides of the car and prevents twisting. So when you do this job, you've got to have the car jacked up, the whole front end. If you just try to jack up one corner, if you just try to do, say, this side, jack up this wheel and do it, it would be under tension, it would be twisting. So you would have trouble getting these out and getting a new one in. So you have to have either the car on all its wheels or off of its wheels. That's an important tip when you're carrying out this job. Right, let's get started with it. Right, the first job on this, give them a spray with WD-40, the two nuts. They're very rusty. Same down below. Now we can go off and have a cup of tea, let that soak. Right, I've let them soak for a bit, add a cup of tea. These are a 17mm socket. So I've got a 17mm there on a breaker bar. I'm not messing around with this because it looks very rusty. So we've got 17mm, we'll crack him off. Yeah, he's tight, yeah. Oh, there he goes. So he's gone. I'll swap to a spanner. Right, so here's the problem that you can have. If you fix your eyes on that shaft there, you'll see as I'm doing the nut, the shaft is spinning. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up for you, but you can see that the shaft is rotating, so this nut is not undoing. So this is a problem you get with this. So some of them have got an Allen key or a Torx bit in the center there. This one hasn't. I'll get the new one, it has, just to give you an example. So here's the new one, is an Allen key. So that's how you could hold that shaft, stop that shaft from spinning, but this one hasn't. So we'll have to start a spanner in the back. There'll be a flat on this particular type. There'll be a flat in here. So what we'll do is put the spanner in there, slide the spanner in on that, and then we'll be able to undo. It'll be apparent when I get it out. So we'll just jam a spanner in there. Yeah, felt and go on the flats then. This is a 14mm. There we go, look, so you can see that spinning now. So when that fouls on the bodywork up here, there we go. Now it'll, right, so now the shaft has stopped spinning. the center stops spinning and the nut is actually coming undone. Oh, he's hot to touch. Oh, I've just looked at the screen. It's up the top of the shot. Should be more down here, really. Well, at least it's in shot. We can't actually see. So that's that one undone. Now we get the spanner off. Now because we jacked up the car, let's try and move this. Yeah, I should have been on that from the start. Right, because we jacked up the car, we've removed the tension. We've jacked the whole front end up, not just one side. We've removed the tension out of the anti-roll bar. So this enabled us now, look, just to be able to slide this out. If we didn't do this, this wouldn't come out easily. It'd be under tension, it'd be forcing all the time. There's a electrical connector there for the ABS. So we just slide him out, we get him out of the way. Just comes out of his bracket, just slips out with a load of rust. So he's out of the way now. So now we've undone that one, it will slide out. We'll go downstairs and we'll do the other one. I'll try to get you in the center of the shot this time. Right, I'm down under the car now. I've got you center of screen. That's a little bit better than the other footage. So when it spins, we've got nothing hollow in the shaft there. We just prick this spanner. I think we've got a 14 there, 14 mil on this particular one. They're all different because they're different manufacturers over the years. You jam it in there between the rubber boot. But when you do this, you're pretty much destroying the boot. But you would only be replacing this for that reason. So you get him in there on the flats. There's some flats in there. I'll show you when we're done. And then we just get our spanner on there. And then we just undo. Gotta give up. Right, so they're seized on. Let's get you off the mount. Okay, so he's seized on there. It's chewing up. This is very common on this job. Can't get that nut off. The way around this is get in with the angle grinder and just slit it. So you get in with the grinder, cut that shaft off and he'll come away. Don't cut that one, make sure you cut this one. Right, I'll get the grinder set up. Right, I've got the angle grinder set up. Here's the grinder. I've moved the ABS wire out of the way. Got him out of the way in case he don't want him to get cut through. So we'll have a go at cutting. If I'm shouting, it's because I've got ear defenders on. He's melted away. It's not a clean cut, but at least now I can gain access to that for a cleaner cut. Now let's carry on. So there's our leftover bolt. Okay, let's just button up the new one. It'll take 5 minutes. So this is the setup we've got. I was just show you this before I put this last arm on, the new arm. So the actual reason that we're doing this job is because of that tear in there. You can see the boot is split. That's now an MOT fail in the UK. So that's no good, it won't pass the test. So here's our new one. That's what we're going to fit. And we've just had to butcher off this one with the angle grinder. But that's pretty much a dead cert. Very poor access with the angle grinder. If you're going in with a slitting disc on the angle grinder, be very cautious that you don't cut through the ABS cable or actually cut through the anti-roll bar itself. You'll be cursing yourself. Right, so the setup we've got, there's two different types here. The one that I've removed, there's nothing in the end of that. There's nothing in the end of that shaft there. So we get the spanner on. That was a 17mm. Get the spanner on there, but if behind the boot there's a flat on the shaft, so it's there. Don't know if that's in focus. There. So that's what you're going on. That's what you're reacting against. So you can see it's turning the shaft there. So that's what you're sliding your spanner in on. You're sliding it in there, and then you're putting your other spanner on to actually undo the nut. So that's that type there, that setup. But the new ones that we've got, obviously you've got your nut still, your main securing nut, and that's a different size. That other one was 17. And then down the center of the shaft is a hex. There's an Allen key. This one's a 5mm, happens to be a 5mm. So you put that in. And this is how you do it. So you put your Allen key in there to hold it, to secure it. And then you do up your nut with your spanner, or undo it if you're removing. So when you're doing this job, potentially you're looking for a flat in there to remove it, or gouge out in there to be some rust and see if there's a hex, an Allen key, or even a Torx bit in there. There's all different types for different manufacturers, but you'll probably end up cutting it off with the angle grinder anyway. Right, so we'll just, we've been struggling for about 40 minutes to get that one off. Now we'll do the 5-minute job of fitting the new one. Right, so we've got the new one. We've got the cable clip at the bottom. We'll feed it in there. And all we do with this, literally a 5-minute job to put these back. Slide them in. Do up your nut. Slide your ratchet spanner on there first. And then your Allen key into the threads. Tighten up, nice and firm. There he goes. Nice and firm on there. And then the same on the lower. Spin off a nut, poking through the O. This is that bit where it's got to be jacked up on both sides, or else this won't line up now. In it goes. Spin him up. Then we get our ratchet spanner on there first. And then our socket in afterwards. There we go. And we get them up nice and tight. Yeah, there he goes. And we just hook in that one in a minute. I think it may be snapped. I may have to cable tie that on. Yeah, it looks like it's probably snapped that off when I was cutting off with the angle grinder. So that's probably worth noting then. If you're coming in here with the angle grinder, slide him off first, get him out of the way, only then go in with the angle grinder, because you do need to reuse these. So what I'll do, I'll cable tie this back on here. Cable tie him in position. That'll be adequate, just to prevent chafing, that's all. Right, so that's it, that's the job. Literally a 5-minute job, but it takes you an hour because you've got to cut off and get the seized. Bit of advice, what I always do, get a bit of copper grease, put him in the hole there, so that next time someone stands a chance. Bit of grease all around the threads. Who's out of shot then? Cover it in grease, and then the next person stands half a chance getting off. I'll do it on the bottom one as well, off camera. And basically that's the job. Get the wheels back on, take it for a test drive. There's the link in, secured at the top, that's all it is, and just secured at the bottom, very little. Cable tied that one in place. I've done the steering full lock both ways to make sure this wasn't pulling taut, so it's in the right position, cable tied there. Right, all back together. Quite a basic task really. Couple of nuts, tap out the arms, not too difficult. Before you even start this task, before you even start this job, make sure you've got access to an angle grinder with a steel cutting disc or slitting disc in it. 9 times out of 10 you try to take these off and they're seized and you end up cutting them. It's the quickest and easiest way is to just cut them off. Don't get waylaid trying to fight with them, you know. So if you found this video informative and helpful, could you like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time.